Hello, everyone. Let me get rid of that. Every Monday, I get here and y'all can never see my face, and I always look short. And the light, y'all can somebody tell somebody for Valentine's Day I need a ring light. I don't need no chocolate. I need a ring light. I can't see myself. Hi, everyone. I thought I just saw Mika Fresh. Oh, there she is. Okay. This is February. Everybody knows. A lot of people didn't know that I had a third book coming out, Sharing Our Prayers. Hey, Ladrine. Ladrine is one of my co-authors. She will be on. Ladrine, can you put in the comments when you're coming on? Because I don't have my calendar. I do one day at a time. But Ladrine Peterson is one of my co-authors. This is the Sharing Our Prayers author takeover, co-author takeover. I am so excited. I gotta get this chair to get higher. But anyway, so I'm waiting for one more co-author, but while we wait for her, I'm going to bring our wellness whisperer, Mika Fresh. She's coming. She's in the building. Hi. Always wearing the really nice shirts.
Thank you.
I would say.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good, Mika. I'm good. How are you?
Mixed.
Okay. At least you're honest.
Mixed. It was a long, busy, fulfilling weekend. And then I don't know how, but I spent like half of my day today thinking it was Tuesday.
Wait a minute. It's so skip the whole.
I know. It's only Monday, and I'm confused already. It's just like I'm telling you, I got to work. I had one client at 11, and then nothing until like 4. And so between 11 and 4, I kept thinking it was Tuesday. And I would go out into the waiting room and see if a client was there that normally comes on Tuesday. And I was like, yo, it's about to be a whole bunch of no-show fees today. And then my colleague said something, like everybody's going on vacation. And she said something that made me realize it was Monday. And I was like, how did I just jump to Tuesday? I don't know. I don't really know. It doesn't really matter. It's just mixed.
I feel, sometimes my last Monday was really, that's how I felt. I was like, it's just another manic Monday. Which,
yeah.
And then I'm telling my age if I sing that song. I don't even remember who sang that song. Just another manic Monday.
Monday. Yeah, I don't know.
Wish it was Sunday or something, because that's my fun day. Yeah. Anyway,
so it seems like a Cyndi Lauper song, but that's not her voice.
That's not her voice. I think it was a group.
Oh, okay.
It was a group. Someone, whoever's listening, whoever's watching,
right?
Pop the artist of that song in the comments.
Yeah.
We're not on TV, so I don't have to pay for it. So just drop it in the comments.
So my mind can rest because I've been thinking about who sings that song.
Exactly. So, Mika, what is our whisper tip for this week? Week of 2/2/2018. 2/12/2018.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think I wrote 2017 on one of my papers today. That's okay. So we're halfway through February, and we started off the year, as we do every year, with resolutions and changes and new year, new me, and this, and that, and everything else. Usually by this time, we have fallen off or we're over it. We're dragging. It's not going the way we wanted it to go. A whole lot of things that don't support the New Year's resolution. So our whisper for today is grow through what you go through.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, grow through what you go through. So I have been very transparent on this show and in my life in general, but definitely on this show. It is no secret that I've been through some things last year, and many of them are still carrying over into 2018. I'm not in the same place. However, I'm not out of the thick of it yet. And I had to put the emphasis on it because that's what it feels like. The thick of it is not over. I feel like I'm like right in the middle of it. And so one of the things that I never really intentionally do, right? I think it is a subconscious thing. I think it is just kind of how I was brought up, just to always like find the lesson in whatever it is that is happening, right? So it's like we're always going to be going through something. When I mentor the young ladies, a lot of them are usually struggling with, some sort of spirituality conflict. And so, we do the give your life to Jesus, and they think everything is going to be like perfectly fine after that. All of their troubles are going to be over. Everything they're struggling with is going to like magically just drop from that point. And so, hi, Jamila. And so, I saw somebody I knew. Yes, and so, so it's like one of the things honesty is really important to me, because I think it is important to be honest. So for one, you have proper expectations. For two, you can plan accordingly, right? Or adjust accordingly, because we can't always plan everything. However, if I'm expecting something to be, like smooth and mellow, and then it becomes hard and rocky, it's it's gonna like knock me off my rocker a little bit. So grow through what you go through is important for me to remember, because in everything that we're going through, if you want to get out of it, I feel like the only way for you to get out of it is to grow through it, right? And so you might be asking me what growing looks like, and I'll fill you in on that next Monday. I mean, that's how I'll get you guys to come back. But it is what it sounds like, and then it may also be some things people haven't really thought about. Growing hurts. It doesn't feel good. It's change, it's different, it is uncomfortable. And so when we're going through things, if you feel okay in the middle of your mess, you're not growing. And it's that simple. So unless you like to stay in mess and you want to stay where you are, then you ain't got to worry about nothing I'm saying this evening. But if you don't like the mess and you want to get out of it and you want to do better and be better and do more and have more and be more, then you're going to have to grow through what you go through.
Right. It's kind of not in the same topic, but, I'm a history major. It is Black History Month. But yeah. I was sitting there thinking about Rosa Parks, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking about Rosa Parks, and we know the story of Rosa Parks. But one of the things that I think is kind of like maybe, I don't want to say urban legend or a myth or something, but even in my own context of learning the story, that, she was tired. She had worked all day. She was tired, mm-hmm. right? So you put this, you frame it up in your mind like she was old and she was just tired. She was tired. She didn't feel like getting up because she was old and tired, right? Yeah. But it wasn't a physical tired. Nope. Like when I put it in, when I was really thinking about her today, I don't know why she was on my mind, but I thought about December 1st, 1955, and Rosa Parks was the same age I am now. She was okay. She was 42. That ain't old.
Nope.
Okay, that ain't old at all, right? And she was 42, and in her bio, she did she wrote an autobiography years ago before her she started having dementia. And one of the things she said, I had to pull out that book, and one of the things she said was, I wasn't tired physically, I was tired of giving in.
Right.
She was tired of giving in. She was tired of being treated second class, right? Because if you know the real story, she wasn't in the front of the bus.
Nope.
She was in the colored section or the black section of the bus. And Montgomery bus code allowed bus drivers to move that sign however they please to accommodate, non-black passengers, right? And she was just tired. And so I think it's kind of like when you're finally sick and tired of being sick and tired, then you're going to be willing to grow.
Yes.
It's just
exactly.
It's just that
exactly.
Yeah.
That's simple.
So, all right, Mika. Tell them how they can find you out in the streets of online. Where can they find you in the streets online, in the social media streets?
Yeah, all the handles are at I'll drink to that juice bar. ILL drink TO that juice bar. I'll drink to that juice bar on Instagram, on Facebook. On Twitter, my @ on Twitter is Mika M1 KA Fresh. But if you put I'll drink to that juice bar, it will still come up. So that's how you get with us. Our website, the same thing, I'll drink to that juicebar.com.
Awesome. Any food truck sightings coming up this spring?
No, we are doing special vegan treats for this week of Valentine's. So we have vegan inside out cookie jars and cakes in the jars and chocolate covered fruits.
Awesome. I'm just putting out on the screen here some of our comments that we was getting. Jamila says, yep, there's a lesson in everything we go through.
Yes, it is.
Charlene. Charlene says, only way out is through it. Yep, learn something. And she said, yep, that was her seat. That was her seat. All right, Mika, thank you as always. I thank you for giving your whisper tip of the week, and I will chat with you next week.
Thank you. Peace.
All right, take care. Peace. All right, guys, I'm telling you, I'm so excited. I'm like really excited. This is my first anthology, my first project. Like, people, I'm excited because people were believing in me. Like, people took a chance to collaborate with me, and the power of collaboration is so awesome. And I'm just excited. I'm excited about this whole entire experience. Like, you just have no idea. So, it looks like we got, what's going on? Trying to get Tina on. All right, so let me come down. But okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Tina up, but I was going to introduce my co-authors. 3 of my 11 amazing co-authors are here tonight. I was going to read their bio and then have them tell a little bit about themselves. But what I'm going to do instead is just introduce them and let them share in their own words a little bit about themselves. I think that's the easiest way to do it. And I can't seem to get Tina on. So how about we do... And there we go. Did that work? Nope.
There she is.
I can see you guys.
Yes.
All right, so it
Hey,
looks
Milton.
like, hi, can you guys see me? You can hear
now.
me? Okay. So I have three authors, but apparently I can't get all three of y'all on the screen with me. So we're gonna do some round robin. So first, Milton Dickinson, I want you to share with our viewers tonight a little bit about yourself. And just share a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go from there in your own words. And Milton, you are mute. I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. So let's bring Milton down so he can correct his volume, and I'm gonna bring Tina up. So we're gonna start all over. So hi Tina. So I can only have 3 screens up. So okay. I'm gonna do some round robin, but first I'm going to ask that Allison, can you share with the listeners and the viewers? I keep thinking I'm on the radio. Can you share with the viewers a little bit about yourself in your own words?
Oh, okay. So you can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Allison Daniels, Reverend Allison Daniels. I am an author, award-winning best-selling author of my 31st book. I am a mother of 2, married for over 17 years. I am a certified life coach, and I work for the federal government, been there for over 34 years. And what else can I tell you about myself? I enjoy writing, as you can tell, and I am a motivational speaker. I call myself a transformational speaker, but motivational speaker. And that's kind of it for me.
And you won an Indie Author Legacy Award 2017.
Oh, yes. Yes, how could I forget? Yes.
I got to plug Indie Author Legacy Awards because I'm speaking it into the atmosphere that this book is going to do such great things this year that we will be nominated next year. I'm convinced of that. And that we will collectively be considered award-winning authors as well. So I'm excited about that. And Tina, can you share a little bit about yourself in your own words?
Yes. Hello. I am so excited to be on tonight. I could not wait. In spite of all the little things that were going on beforehand, I am super excited. Once again, my name is Tina Hunter. I am a mother of 3, a wife, and I have 2 beautiful granddaughters. Work for the federal government, been in the federal government for over 10 years now. And for my side hustle and entrepreneurship, I am the owner of Smooch's Boutique. We sell women's high fashion clothing. And I am also the owner of ME, which stands for Motivate and Empower. I'm motivate and empower women and young girls to live their best life. Very simple, especially women that have been dealing with a lot of fear. Part of my background dealing with fear. And so, these women that are ready to start a business from ground up, I am the person that, that can help them and coach them along the way and be accountability partner to them.
Awesome. And let me get Milton. So I'm going to drop one of you down for just a second and bring Milton back up.
Okay.
And so let me see if he's available. Milton, how's the volume? Can you hear us? No. No, don't keep talking. His mouth just moving, y'all. Y'all can he does.
Yeah, it's like I can hear. Yeah,
we can't hear. We don't know what you're saying. No, we can't hear you.
Is anything plugged into your computer, or can you hear us, Milton?
Now I think he went frozen. He might have to log out and log back in. Modern technology, bear with us, folks. It's all good. So I'm gonna remove him and let me bring Allison back up. This is fun. This is a lot of work. All right.
It's a learning experience.
All right.
Yes.
We lost Milton, so he'll be back shortly. But so what I wanted to do, starting with you, Tina, is let's start with your chapter. You have a chapter in the book called A Daughter's Prayer from Fear to Faith. So can you just share a little bit about why you named your chapter that?
Yes, no problem at all. Shani, this opportunity came to me from Dreamer. Well, you all know her as Ludrine.
Oh, can we call her Dreamer? Can we call her Dreamer?
Yes,
Ludrine.
yes, we named her Dreamer.
Dreamer, can we call Ludrine? Can we call you Dreamer? I want that. I want to be able to call you that.
Yes, she's so famous with that name now. So Dreamer came to me at the time I was, my mother had just been admitted to the hospital. And Dreamer came to me and said, hey, sis, I have an opportunity for you. And it's always been on a vision board of mine to do a book. And so when Dreamer said, hey, would you mind, collaborating with other women and writing your story? And I was like, oh my gosh, trying to figure out what could I write about. And now that I'm going back, because some things has just kind of faded away, since the transition, of my mom, I was thinking, what could I write about? And at this time, I'm thinking, I'm not even ready. No, I don't know. But guess what? God said, go ahead on and say yes and take it from there. And so that's what I did. I answered the call and I said yes to the opportunity. And I decided to immediately, once I said yes, the title came to me so easily. God dropped it right in my spirit, A Daughter's Prayer from Fear to Faith. And that's because I had been bogged down and loaded down weighted down with so much fear in my life. And so now I clearly understand why fear to faith, came to me so easily. And so I think the story will be really great, not to go into full details about my story, but it's a story, about a mother and a daughter, myself and my mom, and, really going through life changes and my mom transitioning.
Right. And I think, a lot of times, I'm getting a background. I don't know what that is. But a lot of times it's, we talk, fear and faith is two topics that we always talk about, but I think they're always necessary because we go through it as humans, in the natural. It's like you can't avoid having fear. But but right, like Trudy said, it doesn't go, fear and faith can't coexist, right?
Exactly.
So the more faith you have, the less fear you have.
Exactly.
I tell you, I do stuff like I am terrified of Facebook Live.
Me too, Shani. I fought
moving this show. To Be Live TV. I fought it every step I could until I just said, you know what, do it anyway, because my reach is greater. It's so many things attached on the other. I knew that because I was so afraid to do it, that I had to do it because I said, my blessing is on the other side of this. And I cannot let this fear stop me. Like I really cannot. So That's awesome. I can't wait to know where. So now the next question is, so I can drop this in the comments. How can people get the book? So they
Yes, I'm excited. Yes. So I have to. So it's on my website, tinahunter.me, www.tinahunter.me. And also you can go through PayPal, which is paypal.me/Tina Hunter motivates /25.
Tina, you see my face. That's a long link. I'll talk to you after the show.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
But let's rewind. Let's rewind. They can get it by going to tinahunter.me.
Yes, ma'am. All
right, let's
on my website. Yes.
Okay. Yes. All right. And so, Allison, can you share, this is why I love this show, because Mika Fresh never knows the topic, right?
Thank you,
Never
Jenna.
knows the topic. She comes on, she gives her whisper tip of the day. And when she said her topic, I'm looking at my paper like, that's Allison's chapter title. Forgive, live through it, grow through it. That's your chapter. And she was talking about grow through it, go through it. And I was just like, this is nobody but God. Like, it's nobody but God. So my question to you is, why did you name it? What motivated you to name that your chapter that? Because I love titles, so I'm big on titles. So that's why I want to talk about the title.
Let me tell you, the reason why I actually chose this title and kind of put everything together is because I wanted you to be able to, once you forgive, live through it, grow through it, learn something from what has happened in your life, and then how you can walk that out and still live through it and live past it. And even with you living past it, you still have to grow from it. So my chapter title is called Forgive, Live Through It, Grow Through It. And without, I guess, giving everything about my title, one main point I wanted to make was that you have to be able to forgive in order for you to be able to grow. And sometimes it's not about you accepting that that person did what they did to you. It's you releasing it from you so that you can live past that. Because as we grow, if we're holding on to things and if we're holding on to unforgiveness, we can't grow and we can't move to that next level and we can't move to that next, I guess, that next phase in our life. So my title, Live Through It, Grow Through It, is something that I had to get past, because I can forgive you, but then I'm still stuck because I can't move to that next level. And sometimes we get stuck. We can forgive, then we can live through it, but we never grow because we still didn't let it go. There's something that we're still holding on to, and that it's that hurt that we never really addressed.
Right.
So,
and I think I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think a lot of times, forgiveness, we can say this all the time. I've been doing this show for 3 years. That I think after fear, after walking in your purpose, forgiveness has to be in the top 3 of topics every Monday night, right? Because it is something that we have a hard time, and it's not just forgiving others, it's forgiving ourselves.
Yes.
A lot of times it's forgiving ourselves, like not even recognizing that we hold our own self back. I was speaking to, I don't have coaches. I think I have mentors and friends and everything. But I've been convicted over the past couple weeks, months, I attended a local community meeting. And I'm just going to share because this is live and I'm all about education. But there's a CREAC fee on water bills in DC. And it's called the Clean River Impervious Area Surcharge that is appearing on water bills that is affecting homeowners and business owners in Washington, D.C. And a lot of people are losing their homes because their water bill is too high. And a lot of people don't know that the water company is the only utility company that is not policed by an advisory board. So you have your Pepco and your Washington Gas and your cable companies that are policed by a local government agency that makes sure that they don't overcharge consumers. Well, this is affecting a lot of houses of worship and a lot of homeowners in DC. So with having said all that, I go to this, I'm a Ward 8 resident. I go to this community meeting. I'm now feeling convicted to be more involved in my community, right? And so I share with a friend of mine today that, you know, I'm going to take a more active approach in my community. And then I'm feeling torn because my kids don't go to school in my community. And I had to admit a prejudice that I had. It got real deep for a minute. And she said to me, what is stopping you from changing? And I said, myself. I had to give you a whole story to get to the gist of what I was trying to say. I talk too much. But anyway, it was myself. It's myself. Like I am stopping me from going to the next level for whatever reason. And we do that a lot when it comes to forgiveness. Like, I don't know what it is, but we do it. So I got Milton back on. So I'm going to drop one of you, any, mini, mighty, mo. I love you both, so don't take it personal. Let's go. All right.
I think I was first.
All right. So so I'm going to bring Milton back up and we're going to hide that. Milton! Can we hear? Hey! We can't let the only guy in the book get away with not coming on the show due to those technical difficulties. We're not having that.
You see, I have to bring my presence. That's just how I do things.
Exactly. Right. You had to step in the building late. So, without further ado, I want to welcome Mr. Milton Dickinson to the show. And Milton, can you share a little bit about yourself in your own words?
Hey, Milton.
Yes, well, a little bit about myself. My name is Milton Dickinson, Washingtonian. Moved to North Carolina for a little while. Family of 5 siblings, single mom, my grandmother. Shout out to all of you all who are watching or will watch. My mom, the only boy out of all the girls. So I know what it means to be the only man, you know. Most definitely a testimony. A little bit about myself. I consider myself to be an educator, motivational speaker, personal growth, professional growth, coach, a person that you can come to, talk about your problems, and we can work your problems out, develop a plan, and implement that plan and watch you go through. It's one of my gifts to be able to see. And that's a little bit about myself. I consider myself a C.
Awesome. I love that, Milton. You know what everything that you said, but what stuck out to me the most is create a plan. Because it's one thing to listen to somebody's issues and stuff, but if they don't have a plan to implement, I mean, I'm all about implementation. I love that. And so I'm excited. I'm excited about, I'm not going to tell people because I have this whole big thing that I'm going to do at our book signing that I want people to come to the book signing on March 3rd, 2:00, Faith Presbyterian Church. But I don't want to tell people how we met because I want to save it for the book signing because I think it's just amazing. I'm going to save it for the book signing. But anyway, right. But your chapter, Milton, is Death Brought Me Back to Life. I want to know, why did you name it that? Why is your chapter Death Brought Me Back to Life? And what do you want people to learn from that chapter?
So, I mean, basically, that chapter came out of, I thought, internal journaling with myself, speaking of planning. I was being faced with a lot of death in my family, death surrounded around personal friends. I couldn't understand why, I was going through experiencing death. And it was epiphany of death. I opened an experience. Once I realized that death was so close and death was real, I learned that it's life. It's a part of the cycle of life, So I learned that death brings me life. So that's the whole nutshell. So it was my internal battle with this concept of death.
Mm-hmm. What resonated for me, Milton, and I've always shared, how I even started this. I lost a child in 2009, and that death for me just symbolized in a really because I'm all about analogies, right? And Alexia had to die so I could live.
That's right.
And not necessarily, and I'm not saying live physically, but have a restoration of spiritual life. And I'm convinced of that, right? Because it wasn't until that death that I realized I was spiritually dead, right? I was spiritually dead. I had this wrong idea of religion, this wrong idea of relationship, and religion was so confusing to me. And when I started to really understand who God was, it hit me. And it took like 2 years because I would not go to sleep. And I would because I became a workaholic and I started writing my book. So all things work together for good because here we are now, right? Almost 5 years later. But I know for a fact that death was so I can live. And that's pretty much what Jesus did for us. Like he died so we can live, right? But I had to see that in the natural to understand it in the spiritual. It's unfortunate. And so I'm on this mission, y'all. I'm on this mission. I'm not going to start crying, but I'm on this mission that people don't have to die or have to lose something before they recognize the gift of Jesus. That he died for you, right? He died for you. Like he died for you. He thought you was worth dying for. Exactly. And so that's what it's all about. All right, so I'm trying to figure out I don't know how to do this. I want to bring all of y'all back on, but that means y'all can't see me, but that's okay because it's all about you. But Milton, how can people get a copy of the book?
So I have my PayPal stuff, with my name, Milton Dickinson. Contact me on Facebook, Milton Dickinson. Working on a webpage. Anybody interested in helping me with that, please reach out, inbox me. I'm more than happy, and I compensate.
Dreamer. Dreamer is good with websites.
You see what I'm saying?
Your fellow co-author, Milton.
So, who did you say?
Ludreen. I call her Dreamer. Yeah.
Reach out. I'll make sure that I'll be 100% official. But right now, it's through my PayPal and or Cash App. Contact me, and I'll send it out. It's $25, shipping and handling included. I guarantee you will be blessed from reading it. I guarantee.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to bring what I need you to do, Milton, is I need to copy and paste. I'm gonna be real honest. So drop the link in the chat in here, and so I can put your website up, okay?
Okay, I put it in I send it in the Facebook.
All right, let me do that. All right. So let me go back. Bear with me. So if you have a question or comment, you can drop your question or comment to any of the speakers, and we will be happy to answer your question. I'm going to bring Allison back up in just a second. Bear with me 1 second. So if you want to connect with Milton, there is his PayPal right there. So and it'll be on the replay as well. And let me see. I see some comments. Let me shout out some people. So we got some fellow co-authors on the line. Tonya, Barbee, thank you. She says, yes, all things work for the good of those that love God. Yes, he died for us. He did. Ladrine says, amen. What's it? Trudy. Oh, wait, I missed the date. The date of the book signing, Trudy, is March 3rd. At 2 p.m. It's at my church, Faith Presbyterian Church. I'm going to put that in right now. March 3rd. Book sign. That's not right, Shani. Are you pressing? March 3rd. I need a producer. I can't do this by myself. March 3rd, 2 p.m. Faith Presbyterian Church. 4161 South Capitol Street, Southwest.
Please there.
And I want people to also know that we're doing a telesummit. So we're doing a telesummit March 1st and 2nd from 7 to 9 p.m. where each of the co-authors are going to they're going to impart the word of God, the love of God, all things. They're going to just give you a word, and then we're going to pray collectively with each of you for 2 nights, because prayer works. Prayer changes things, and that's why I wrote this. That's why I didn't write it by myself, and really I don't even have a chapter in the book. I don't know if y'all knew that. I got an intro. It's all about y'all. Like, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I got lazy. I was like, you know what? I really want to turn this into a collaborative effort where I focus on my co-authors. That's what I really wanted to do. Focus on y'all and share space with you. And I'm so honored and blessed to know each of you. I thank you.
Same here.
So March 3rd, 2:00, Faith Presbyterian Church. It's going to be awesome. They're going to share it. It's just going to be a 3-day love fest of what keeps us going. One of the things that, one of my favorite scriptures is, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the power of our testimony. Right? I have overcame because I shared my mess, because I didn't care anymore what I was going through and who knew it. Mm-hmm. And there's some things that I keep to the Father because I'm still going through it. So I can't share it and help somebody if I'm still going through the mess. But for the most part, the mess that I share, please know that it is past mess. Unless I tell you that, I'm still going through this, y'all. Can y'all help me out? But and so I am just so grateful. And Trudy, someone told me I needed a part 2. So Trudy, I'm telling you now. So Trudy, the sassy girl, but humble. I love these people with these Facebook names, yo. So anyway, you got to be in book 2. There's just like no other. So you got to come through. So March the 3rd, 2 p.m., Faith Presbyterian Church. I'm going to, Allison's shaking her head, so I'm going to bring her back up. I'm gonna bring her back up. We play a round robin, and I gotta figure out. I think this is y'all the only night that I have 2 people or more than 3 people. The 26th, I think I might have 3 people again, but I don't know if I like this. But anyway, so Allison, any upcoming events that you'd like to share with us?
Okay, so I tried to write them down. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So on March the 21st, well, we have March the 1st, which is the Telesummit, March the 1st and 2nd. Then the book sign is March the 3rd. Then on March the 21st, I will be on Kay Lowry Moore radio show. And then April the 7th, I will be at the Christian Authors Conference in Salisbury, Maryland. And then April the 21st, I will have a book signing, host a book signing with our authors. And that's going to be in Clinton, Maryland. And then October the 6th, I'm going to host my first women's conference.
Woohoo! Whoa! And I want y'all to know that y'all, okay, Allison G. Daniels, y'all, I want y'all to know, y'all sitting down, and I think I'm going to get the number wrong, but Allison has authored 34 books. Is that 31. Right, Allison? 31?
31.
Okay, well, it's going to be 4 more by the end of the year. Okay, well, so 31 books. 31 books. So, I don't know who this is for, but 31 books. And you started, when you wrote your first book when, Allison?
1996.
I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there. 31 books. So you just see, Ladrine loves that Miss 31 book. But yes, I'm so proud of you with your first conference. Yes, so and people can go to your website to get more details and stuff.
Yes.
Awesome. Any upcoming events for you, Milton?
Well, only the stuff that we have planned, but book me. I can motivational speaking, youth services, you name it. I've done it all. Family reunions, comedy. People tell me I'm funny. I never know why, but book me. Fill my calendar up.
Absolutely. Awesome. And I just put the link. If you see the link on the screen, that's for our Telesummit. Please join, go to the link. And the reason why I'm asking you to go to the link is because we want to know it's a prayer summit. So we want to know how we can pray for you. These are prayer warriors. Okay. You're not going to meet people that's, a lot of people say, well, I want to know who praying for me. I hope you on this broadcast and on the replays and the broadcast from last week and the broadcast from next week that you see that you are praying to ordinary people working for extraordinary God is praying on your behalf. So whatever you're standing in need of, we are going to pray in agreement. But we know God can do anything. Yes. We know that if it's according to his will. Right. And so, so it's just that simple. If it's according to his will, it's going to be done. Your silent prayer has been answered. Your out loud prayer has been answered. It is what it is. I have my 8-year-old. How old are you? Oh, she wants to come on. Come, I'll give you 5 seconds. My 8-year-old.
Hi.
Hi, Lucia. Hey. Knows and understands the power of prayer because that's what we talk about here. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you so much. So last June, she was left on the bus, on her school bus. The school bus did not do the sweep. She got to the bus stop. She was asleep, went all the way back to the bus yard by the Pepsi-Cola plant. Y'all know where the Pepsi-Cola plant is if y'all live in DC. Mm-hmm. So, okay, the bus barn was there, and I'm gonna tell you. So, I asked her. Well, I'm gonna put her on the spot. you said, so tell what happened when you woke up and you tried to get off the bus.
God, please open this door for me.
They can't hear you.
God, please open this door.
And what happened?
He opened it.
She is excited. She opened it, right? And then not only did he open it, but this was 5:30 in the afternoon, y'all. This story is just remarkable. She crossed the street, and there was a lady walking to her car. It's a warehouse community, right? There's no windows over there in those buildings. This lady was walking to her car, and she saw Alicia walking across the street from the bus depot. And she said, where are you coming from? She said, I fell asleep on the bus. The lady wrote a note. Let me tell you, the note said, hi, ma'am, I saw your daughter walking across the street. And she was left on the bus. Please call me. When I called her, she told me that she gets off work at 3:00. She just happened to work late that day.
Wow.
Woo. 2.5 hours late. You can't tell me that ain't God.
Right.
You can't tell me that. So I believe in the power of prayer, and so does my 8-year-old. And that's why on March 1st and 2nd, y'all need to be on the prayer line so we can pray at one accord, and then come to the book signing on March the 3rd. That's it.
Yes.
And so let me see. So I'm gonna bring Tina back up.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And so Tina, do you have any upcoming events that you'd like to share?
I do have my second annual coming up July the 14th here in the Woodbridge area, and I will post that on Facebook and hope you guys can join us. And I'm looking to have, my friends like you guys that I've made connections with to see if you would like to speak on the panel. I'm not able to pay or anything, but just to have the opportunity to come be on the panel, to sell your books and, whatever else, your items, that would be super great. So awesome. I'll connect with you guys and see who, would like to, be a panelist, a speaker.
And I'm just going to share this with you. It's about relationship currency.
Yes.
It's about building relationships and collaborating, and I'll talk more offline about that, but it's all about building relationship currency. And I'm a firm believer, and I took this from Magic Johnson some 20 some years ago when he got this Lifetime Achievement Award. I love sports. So I always do sports analogies, but he did his acceptance speech, and he said, when you do something that you love, the money will come.
Yes.
Yes. And so and relationship currency, that's not my term. That's one of our co-authors that you guys will meet in next month. That's Roz Knighton's term. And she always teaches that. She believes in that. That's why she came on to this project, because it's all about building relationships, because you never know who knows somebody else, who knows somebody else that's going to get you to that next, to say in year 3 or 5 of your conference, there will be an honorarium. But people not going to be coming for the money. They're going to be coming because they want to invest in you and they believe in you. So I'm going to get off my soapbox for that. I love Allison's laugh. I love it.
Yes. Shani, I just want to say, Shani.
Yes, ma'am.
I really want to thank you so much for this opportunity, because for myself, I am a behind the scene type person. And I understand when you say as far as being on Facebook Live and, putting yourself out there. I do have a tribe on Facebook. It's a private group that I mentor women, new entrepreneurs. But at the same time, once upon a time, I would get out on the whole platform of Facebook Live, and I've shied away from it. So I've, made a promise to myself sometime before the month is over, I will be on live, fully on Facebook and not just inside the group.
Yeah. I knew 2 years ago that I needed to go on Facebook, and one of the ladies that was in our telesummit that we just did together, she told me, well, you got to go on Facebook. You got to go live, right? And she was so sweet, right? But then, what was it? I went to this conference. It was an author conference last November. And this lady said, so do you vlog? But I thought she was saying blog, B-L-O-G. And so I was like, I used to have a blog, but I'm just so busy now. I didn't say blog. I said vlog. Vlogging is the new thing. Video, like video diary. Like, she was so uppity, right? But she was the truth. It was the truth.
Yes.
It was the truth.
Yes.
Like, people want to see us in our unique self, in our true self.
Yes.
They don't want us hiding behind posts that perhaps and I'm not saying that that's what we do, but there's a lot of phony people.
Yes.
Writing other people's stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then when you see them live, they're not able to produce that. You don't get the same feeling as when they write it. It's just like gangster, people want to be hard on text message and they really can't fight. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So sending gangster text. But anyway, it's just like I'm in rare form tonight. I think it's because I haven't had much sleep. But I think people want to see us in our true self. Exactly, Cynthia. So Cynthia is a co-author of mine. I am in Cheryl Pillard Williamson's anthology Sold Out, and Cynthia is a co-author of mine in that group. And she said that that personal touch is that's absolutely right. People want the personal touch. And like I was saying, when we had our prayer before we came on live tonight, right? This generation is not looking for Superman. They want the real thing, right?
Right about that.
I work with a lot of millennials in ministry, right? A lot of millennials, and they don't want the textbook boxed in way of worship and because my grandmother went to church, I got to go to church. They want to know, how is it going to impact them in a real way? In a real way. It's like, we hear it all the time. Keep it 100, keep it real, blah, blah, blah. I fall down every day, but I get up. I get up by the grace of God.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I'm like, my lighting is bad. The lighting is bad, y'all. I got 2 daggone lights. The lighting is bad. I didn't flip my hair. I didn't have time. I had to go pick the kids up.
Right.
You gotta get it how you live. Like, Rihanna was frying fish while we was alive. Like, we was running late. But this is me. I'm excited about God, what God is doing. I ain't mad at you, Allison. I had to tell Allison, I was like, look at her with the backdrop, best-selling author, speaker. Look at my backdrop. But I ain't mad at her. She got to do what she got to do.
Allison, I love her. I love Allison because she's up at 5. She's on live at 5. And one morning I was up. I got up with my husband. He gets up and leave out the house at 4 a.m. And so I went to my phone and I saw she had posted something. It was like 4:30, 4:35. And I said, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to lay here and wait till 5 to catch Allison at 5. Oh, my goodness. I must have fell asleep within them couple of minutes because I think I'm at a court just very beginning and then I was out again. Oh. So I appreciate you. And I'm gonna have to set a reminder. Yeah, because I go back and listen to the replay.
Yo, I do too. I don't know if y'all follow me on Facebook for real, but I be having those insomnia nights. So you be seeing me like 2 a.m. I be sending people emails 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. But I had caught Allison one day and she was like this. And I just want y'all. She didn't want to wake her house up. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's some serious dedication. When she was going to get her live in at 5 a.m., I just want y'all to know that God has a plan for you. You better walk in your authority. All right. I talked to you. I love it. Yes. So just expect everyone, if you come out to the book signing, you're just going to get a group of 12 amazing people doing amazing things. It's an extension of this show, highlighting ordinary people working for an extraordinary God. And I'm going to bring Milton back up for just 1 second. As we get ready to close, Milton, do you have any final words that you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would definitely like to thank you again. Reiterate what Tina and Alex both have said. Thank you, Shani, for listening to the spirit to actually jar you to even talk to me about this opportunity. And basically laid itself out before me. The heart wasn't I hadn't about it. I was like, yeah, why not? And been able to plan, actually see your plan come to the truth, understanding the power through prayer, the ability to think something deep, period.
Awesome. I thank you for coming on, Milton. We're going to collaborate. I'm going to announce our project, our community project, this April. So we'll be announcing that. Actually, I think I should do it at the book signing. I think that'd be a perfect time because most everybody will be there. So I don't want to give that away. But thank you so much for coming on. Any final words for you, Miss Tina?
I think that's it. It's been awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And any final words for you, Miss Allison?
Just stay focused and enjoy your day.
Awesome. So my final moment. This is the time of the show. Every Monday night I come on here and I just be asking God to use me. That's just really what it is. Whatever I say, God, whatever you do, let the words in my mouth and the meditation in my heart be acceptable in your sight. That's my only request. And then I say, and Lord, please don't let the devil try to mess up the audio. Because you could be at a live event, you could be at a church event. It don't matter. If you try to do something, you will have an audio problem. It never fails. I remember at my first book signing, we had an audio visual problem, right? But I didn't let that stop me, right? We had some audio technical difficulties, but we didn't let it stop us. I remember one time, though, when I first started this show, I had my first audio visual problem, and I thought I don't even want to say it out loud because my mother would be so mad at me. Shani, that's so crash. She would say something like that. That's so crass. That's so vulgar. But anyway, I was just a nervous wreck. But look where God has taken me, from radio to Facebook Live to 80 comments in the news feed. I thank God for what God is doing on behalf of everybody that's a part of this show, everybody that's connected. Cynthia, Everett said, deliverance ain't cute. It is what it is. I love it. And I hope you made your appointment to come on the show, because you are like the best fan ever. You share almost every other comment that I post on Facebook. And I just thank you. He will do it, Ladrine. So I just thank God for using us. The Sharing with Shani show highlights ordinary people working for extraordinary God, sharing love, light, and life. We come on every Monday night at 8 o'clock. You can see us on the replay, and you can see us on the Sharing with Shani YouTube channel. I can tell you who's on next week, because I got an iPhone, y'all, and I'm just so excited. I have notes. So next week we have Roz Knighton, Veronica Howard, and Marion Curry. They will be our special guests next week. We'll have to do the round robin again. Thank you, Tina Hunter, Allison Daniels, and Milton Dickinson for being my guest tonight. Thank you for our wellness whisperer, Mika Fresh, who's been my ride or die since day one. We got connected. We did a ebook together in 2015. And Shannon Henderson connected us, said she would be a good fit for the show, and she's never left me, and I thank her for sticking with it. It's been an amazing ride. I don't know where this is going, but I just pray that God continues to use us. Again, this is the Sharing with Shani show, highlighting ordinary people working for extraordinary God, sharing love, light, and life. I am your host, Shani. Thank you. God bless you, and peace.